Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. The hardest thing to understand in the world is the income tax. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. If people are good only because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth but delicious in the years of maturity. A question that sometimes drives me hazy, am I or are the others crazy? The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. If you are out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. It is strange to be known so universally and yet to be so lonely. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. Without deep reflection, one knows from daily life that one exists for other people. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. Before God, we are all equally wise and equally foolish. Never do anything against conscience, even if the state demands it. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. In matters of truth and justice, there is no difference between large and small problems, for issues concerning the treatment of people are all the same. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour and it seems like a minute. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. The whole of science is nothing more than a refinement of everyday thinking. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. That deep emotional conviction of the presence of a superior reasoning power, which is revealed in the incomprehensible universe, forms my idea of God. I think and think for months and years. 99 times, the conclusion is false. The 100th time, I am right. Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character.